And we're live. So this is Will Stoner Sundays. I'm changing up the format a bit. It's gonna turn into more of a reaction slash stoner channel. So if you guys have any reaction video ideas that you want to throw my way, here we go. You can send them to me. Right now I'm just scrolling through trying to find a video that I think is worth it. Uh, let's do one that I find interesting. Manga.
In a time where I had no idea who I was, or much less what kind of person I wanted to be, I was introduced to
This guy's
GTO thanks
name
to the owner
is
at the local comic book shop,
Onimaru.
insisting I check it out and then lending me the first DVD box set of the anime. When I initially heard the title, for some reason I thought it was going to be about cars or street racing, which I had no interest in whatsoever, so my
You know, it's crazy. I just watched Tokyo Drift last night. Fucking masterpiece. Absolute masterpiece right there. Fucking Tokyo Drift. I have never, ever seen a better Fast and Furious movie besides maybe Too Fast, Too Furious. And Fast 5 was okay. But cheers. Come smoke a fucking doobie with me, my G's. And we're back to the video.
expectations going in were pretty low, but I was surprised to find out it was about a teacher, and not just any teacher, but someone like this.
You know, GTO is actually really funny. I've watched a couple episodes.
From the opening visuals with the way he struts out of the bathroom, you can tell this guy is a little bit out there and he just lays it all bare. Literally. But to a young me, he just embodied this sense of coolness and freedom. His cocky smirk at the camera matched with the upbeat tempo of the music, along with the striking black and white.
Listen, man, there is something amazing about anime. Like, if you don't watch anime, you are missing out on a whole different like art form. It's like not listening to music, you know? Like who doesn't listen to music? Who doesn't watch anime? That's what I say. All right.
Tones made it feel like this is the type of guy that lives life the way he wants it without letting anyone censor him, and most importantly, he always makes sure to enjoy it. This opening spoke to me on so many levels about this guy's character, and I hadn't even watched the anime yet. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Anime? I think you mistitled your video, buddy. Well, unfortunately, the GTO anime ended up being my first lesson in the disappointments of anime adaptations, because after having to go buy the second box set for myself, because I was dying to know what happened next, I found out by its rushed ending that it didn't cover the complete story, so I had no other choice but to turn to the manga. Determined to
Mm.
never be burned again by an incomplete story, I made damn sure to grab all of my Christmas money, head to the comic book shop, and order all 25 volumes all at once. And after that,
Now I'm gonna be real with y'all. I am not the biggest manga fan. I don't think I have two manga books, but I've never read a manga from start to finish, like all the chapters. Actually, I'll show you guys which manga books I have. Here's one. This is an anime I will recommend to the day I fucking die. Absolutely amazing. Let me find a good panel. Hmm. It's Katekyo Hitman Reborn. Here's a dope panel. This one they went to the future. Bitch is sick. But yeah, manga. I will probably one day read the Berserk manga from start to finish, just out of respect for Kitaro.
I never really regretted it, because while entertaining, it's not the anime that managed to stay burned in my mind. It's the manga that really allowed me to soak in great teacher Onizuka's lessons. If anything, the anime is
Oh,
the
I just
watered
realized what
down
GTO
version. The
stands
manga
for.
is much more perverted, way more extreme, and completely unabashed. And I actually find it to be better this way, because it's this level of rawness that really allows the main character Onizuka to shine here, more so than in any of his other incarnations. Because this is the story of the person that you'd least expect to teach you something valuable. No, really, the manga has no qualms about showing you the type of guy Onizuka is. As a person, he's rude, he's crass, unprofessional, primitive, extremely perverted, embarrassing, and utterly shameless. Man, that's a lot of negatives, which is what you'd expect of a former gang member. He's also not really a
Yeah.
great teacher when it comes to actual school subjects like English, philosophy, etc., because let's face it, He doesn't really use his brain. He's pretty much a slave to his instincts. This really emphasizes how much of a leap it is for him to try and become a great teacher. However, when it comes right down to it, in the moments that really matter, Onizuka always pulls through. Yes, he's a simple man who just wants to make it big and get laid, but he can't help getting involved with his students when they need help. And not just the good students, I'm talking about the ones that really don't deserve it. And that's pretty much the majority of them, since he gets tasked with a mission to reform the most notorious class in the entire school. Seriously, these kids are pretty much masterminds at psychological warfare, and with their deep resentment of adults, they're out to get any new homeroom teacher that tries to tame them. However, none of this matters to Onizuka. He's always been
I don't know if you guys were like that in school, man, but I had 76 detentions my 7th grade. I don't know. So I'm gonna tell y'all how the fuck that happened. I had this one teacher that every 3 missing homework assignments would give you a detention. So they had me there every fucking Wednesday after school for detention, cleaning. I was there cleaning because I went to private school. They don't make you sit in a fucking room and do your homework and shit. I was in that bitch cleaning just for talking back and not doing homework. But I left private school in 8th grade, and I saw what public school was like. I went from a 6-person classroom to like 20 people, and it was quite different. I enjoyed public school a lot more though, and I did the same shit in public school, but like I didn't get in trouble, which was amazing. I got to talk back and not get in trouble. But I definitely did get a lot of detentions in high school too for talking back. Anyway, what was your guys' high school experience like?
labeled a problem child himself. He doesn't fit into society's neat little box of expectations. Onizuka's biggest strength is that he has guts. The guts to go where other teachers won't to help his students. He might seem like a bad guy on the outside, but he can't help listening to his heart. It's his heart that moves him to action in order to save his students, whether it be saving them from other people or from themselves. And it's these moments that end up defining him as a teacher. He's able to tear down the walls between people's hearts by just being so genuine. For example, after he's won some of the class over, his classes really just involve him pulling crazy
it's Devilman
off the students, like launching water-propelled
grenades. I don't know if y'all have seen Devilman Crybaby, but let me show y'all, man. That show is some heat. I'm about to pull up a Devilman Crybaby AMV. We're about to switch up the fucking reaction video halfway through. I'm just pulling up a short. Here you go. This is a shitty edit. This is a shit edit. This is a shit edit, bro. So I was watching this thing right here.
In a time where I had no idea
where the fuck did it go?
To them, he's just Onizuka.
I was watching this, and he was dressed up as Devilman,
which comes down to his philosophy.
And then I was like, I need to show this video Devilman.
Excels at is teaching you how to approach life. To him,
that's how I got to this.
Be an adventure.
You ever seen GTO? This is a live reaction video, man. You're over here impeding. You want to be part of the video?
I'm eating.
You're eating? Go eat then.
I came down to make sure the stove was on. Burn the house down.
Got you. Let's wait, burn down my house. That would suck. Well, that's going to be the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Will Stoner Sunday. We hit 1 bowl rip. I'm about to go finish my bowl rip. Should we make this video longer? I'm about to make this video longer. I'm going to put this on for you guys, and I'm going to go pack a bowl. So I'll be right back.
Learning should be like a playground, and every day should be spent enjoying yourself.
You guys can still hear me though, because I got Bluetooth earbuds.
Sure, these are just ideals, simple ones at that, but Onizuka sells them because he embodies what it means to be real. He's a man of his word.
I'm trying to make a whole new YouTube experience, man.
Onizuka understands the importance of cherishing your youth and being a
who cares about the content? Like, who really cares? I want y'all to hear my thoughts. That's it. I'm just trying to upload consciousness to the internet. If you guys fuck with the conscious, this is like the newest version of a podcast. Except it's live internet browsing.
Pathetic, but strangely enough, he still manages to look like a hero. I would say
He
it's
is
dear
not a
what's in his
fucking.
heart, but it's not just that. It's
He
not
is
just
the
about
hero.
feelings, it's about action. He'll go to any length to
I
help his
am
students, and it's this
stoned.
tenacity
Boys,
that makes you
boys and
want to
girls.
believe in him, in his words.
You gotta
And let me
love
just
the Mary
emphasize
Jane,
that
man.
everything he
There's nothing
does
like it. There
borders
really
on
ain't.
insanity, but is always to answer the call of those who need help, to
There
be a
really ain't
friend to the
nothing like Mary
friendless,
Jane.
to give a voice to the voiceless, kind of like a superhero that recklessly endangers minors and almost gets them killed just to get them to learn a lesson. Okay, never mind, he's a demon. My point is that with superheroes, they're inspiring, but they tend to feel like an unattainable ideal. With Onizuka, he's clearly a clown, but also a man of great devotion, that'll take a bullet for his students just to save them. This dichotomy is what I love about him. Growing up, I always loved to goof around, and my overactive imagination
Vinland
often got
Saga
me into
is
plenty
really
of
good.
trouble.
The new season's out. Might have to watch it. Might have to watch the new Vinland Saga season for sure. Should I start a Vinland Saga reaction series? I'm about to just start reacting to shit, bro. I miss it. I really do miss it. Reacting was a fun ass thing. You just get to talk about shit, upload it. I forget about a lot of the times who I am, like what made me happy in life, what things I had used to like strive for as a kid. I was a lot different in my youth, man. Now I'm so fucking stressed. Like I swear to God, I am so stressed now about. There's really no reason to be stressed. At the end of the day, like we all finna die. Like we all finna just one day this shit's just gonna be over. All of it. And you're gonna be like, okay, well that was my life. At the end of the day, I guess all I want to be able to say when I die is like, I tried my best, man. But did I try my best? Like, dude, I feel like there's another version of me that's like actually trying his best and like is doing all this amazing things, but that ain't me right now. Why is that not me right now is the question, you know? Because like I sit there and I'm like, I know I could do so many amazing things if I put my mind to it, but it just doesn't happen. It just stays up in the head. It's just all imagination. Mm. So I was watching this video the other day. It was explaining like how children, the reason they cry when they're born is because they are used to being in the infinite or what was once part of God, and then they come back into the world and they're in this little body and they don't know how to do anything, and they're frustrated that they can't just like spawn in their ideas anymore. Like they can't just like whatever they think becomes reality. Because if babies were with God beforehand and they had the power of God before they were born, like their souls once with him, and then they come into a finite existence, then wouldn't they be like less now? So now they're frustrated with their weakness. And I feel like as we get older, we get frustrated with our weakness and we cry in a different way. Like instead of crying, we complain. We sit and bitch about things all day. And we say, I hate the Republicans, or I hate the Democrats, or I hate this and that. But in reality, we're just crying like babies. When we could just stand up and do something about it, we sit there and cry. And why is that how humans deal with shit? Why don't we do things anymore? Instead, we sit down and cry. We gotta stand up as a society and do shit. We're not doing shit anymore. We're so sucked into the screens, man. You guys gotta break out of the fucking screen, dude. That's like how I feel, you know? I probably sound nuts to half the people listening right now, but it's genuinely how I feel.
Even though all I was really trying to do was make friends. It got to the point where I became extremely cautious of how I should interact with other kids my age for fear of being misunderstood, until eventually I began to mellow out. Or at least that's how the grown-ups saw it. They considered it a blessing. But I had actually lost all concept of how I was supposed to be. The wants became shoulds. Should I be like this or like that? What I want? No, that's not important. Why would I trust the me that's prone to failure? This is probably why anime resonated with me so much at that age. It gave me an escape that I craved, other worlds where I could go get lost in other people's lives, where I could live vicariously through them and genuinely feel what they felt, letting their happiness and victories replace my own lack of them. But GTO
Damn.
felt different. Somehow the fact
Damn.
that it was based
That
in the
was
real
fucked.
world with real
That was
problems kids were
fucked, bro. You was like, replace my own lack of victories. I ain't won in a minute either, bro. Like an anime character, like when an anime character wins, bro, it's like a whole fucking world celebrates. When's the last time that happened for you, man? When is the last time that happened for you where the whole fucking world celebrated at something you did amazing? We need to strive for more moments like that as a society. If every person was getting moments like that back to back to back, society would be fucking crazy. Everything would be amazing. We would be celebrating 24/7.
my age had to deal with never let me fully escape into the fantasy. So while I was being reminded of my unpleasant reality, there was a protagonist there that made it seem not so bad. He actually made it seem fun as he confidently strolled through life, facing whatever came his way with just the strength of his beliefs. Onizuka didn't just feel like a character, he felt like a friend that made me excited to turn to the next page to find out what mischief he was up to next or what lesson he had in store. Up until that point, all I had was a past that weighed me down and made me feel like I could never really be anything more. Naturally, this made me uncertain of my future and where I would land. The world just seemed so big and unknown, but GTO gave it form by making me feel like my destiny really wasn't defined by factors out of my control, but rather by how I responded to it. To see that he could just be this hilarious dumbass that likes to have fun while also still being a person that people could look up to made me feel like maybe it might just be okay to be myself. And even if it did make me unlikable to some people, it would also lead me to the true friends that would stand by my side and accept me. And I think the greatest lesson that GTO taught me is that in life, whatever happens, happens. All that matters is that you give it your all to do what you believe is right, to stand by the people that matter, no matter what awaits on the other side, so that you may continue on with no
Yo,
regrets.
tell me he don't look like the GTO character, bro. That man from Mob Psycho. Tell me he don't look like GTO.
That's where true freedom lies. It's funny, I'm much older now than Onizuka, but rereading the manga I realized that I had never really forgotten his lessons. Even though I had completely forgotten where I'd learned them from, those beliefs remained deeply ingrained in my mind. They left
Mm.
such a deep impression that it's made me think that when an author writes a story, whether intentionally or not, he writes it with you and I in mind, letting us know
Mm-hmm.
that these lessons are also what inspire him. When we think we're just alone and all we have is anime or manga to keep us company, we're really not. Underneath that anime, on the other side of that drawing, are the author's thoughts, hopes, and beliefs. He's put himself into it in order to communicate with us. Many times I've thought of anime and manga as an escape that we tend to overindulge in, but lately I've been thinking it's more than just an escape. It's a means of giving life to those precious feelings we can't quite understand yet, or we don't know how to express. The parts of ourselves that remain locked away by our own insecurities or hesitations. Being exposed to other people's thoughts and journeys allows us to find out more about ourselves. Their journeys, whether fictional or real, help give us an idea of how to shape ours. But what makes this form of communication so irreplaceable are the words. Words that are able to resonate with you beyond the passing of time. Hey guys, that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like. And how do you feel about GTO? Are you thinking of checking it out, or are you a longtime fan like me? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. This is actually a really late video technically because I made it for the GTO.
All right, well, we just watched that whole video. How do y'all feel, man? That shit was kind of woke. I don't like saying the word woke. It makes me feel dumb. Like, I don't think I'm woke, but I'm woke. Was Bob Marley woke? I don't know. I don't know how Bob Marley died. I need to look into this. Melanoma? That's crazy. So he had cancer. What are the? It's probably cat. They killed Bob Marley. It's like, I don't know. I don't know enough about that. Well, this is the final rip of Will Stoner Sunday. Here's my little brother. And after this rip, we will be parting ways. So, wish me luck. That is it. Adios, amigos.